Derealization or depersonalization is a psychological phenomenon in which the sufferer experiences a sensation of himself or herself not being real, or the environment around them not being real. Before I knew these technical names, I always referred to the experience as unreality, because to me, things looked very dreamlike, almost hallucinatory, and it made me question what's real in the world. To someone that hasn't experienced derealization, this description might actually sound kind of pleasant, but that's not the case at all. Usually it's associated with feelings of severe anxiety and fear, and the bizarre sensation often leads the sufferer to think that they're going crazy, losing their mind. Not exactly a pleasant thought. But the first thing to remember about depersonalization is that you're not really going crazy. This is a very common and usually very simple issue to resolve. Let me explain how. First, my guess is that if you're experiencing unreality, you could be described as an anxious person. That's the underlying issue. And anxiety usually starts with a lot of fear-based thinking, catastrophe thinking I sometimes call it. Over a period of time, this has become your default manner of thinking, to the point that much of your daily life is accompanied by feelings of anxiety or nervousness. If you're to the point of experiencing unreality, my guess is that you may have even started experiencing panic attacks, or hypochondria-like health fears, or other severe anxiety issues of some sort. Now, I think you'll agree, it almost goes without saying that all these severe anxiety issues are experienced as extremely frightening sensations within our bodies. In fact, if you look at a list of symptoms associated with anxiety, the list is just about endless, because not only is anxiety itself an unusual sensation, but it creates other symptoms in our body that we find strange and alarming. And of course, every time we notice some new scary sensation, we become more worried, and then that fear just adds more anxiety to the vicious circle. Well, with time, as anxiety sufferers, it's not surprising that more and more of our mental focus is constantly directed toward our inner sensations, as we're constantly concerned about and aware of those disconcerting sensations. And if it's not bad enough that our inner worlds are already so hell-like, all that inward focus starts to get us out of touch with our outer world. Add to that all the unusual hormonal haywire that our stress and anxiety is creating, and with time, it's almost a given that we're going to start noticing our outer world take on an air of unreality. And yes, it can be extremely frightening to start seeing this, and many anxiety sufferers think that they're losing their minds or at least suffering from some much more severe mental illness. But my guess is that you're probably just experiencing the simple sensation of unreality that I've just described. The first step in getting unreality under control, for me, was to understand how and why it occurs. Hopefully my quick explanation here has helped you out a bit with that. But the real long-term solution, at least what worked for me, is what I want to share with you here. It's a simple mental technique that I originally used for overcoming panic attacks, and then discovered that it also helped to stop the feeling of unreality, derealization, depersonalization, whatever you want to call it. The main thing to understand is that both panic attacks and unreality arise and escalate because we're mentally preoccupied with our internal sensations. We're concerned about the anxiety sensations that we're experiencing, and that's natural. It can be scary stuff. The problem is that our concern and worry is actually a form of fear, and anxiety also is a fear-based emotion. So when we start fearing our own anxiety sensations, we're actually adding more fear to our bodies, which causes more stress hormones to be released, and that only serves to increase or intensify the anxiety sensations that we're concerned about. This is exactly how common anxiety spirals into panic attacks, and it can also be responsible for our sensations of unreality. So with that understanding, I'd like to demonstrate a simple mental technique that will help you to reverse your feelings of unreality. It would be perfect if you're actually experiencing some depersonalization right now, perfect for the demonstration at least. For this exercise, you should be seated in an area free of distractions where you won't be disturbed for the next 5 to 10 minutes. You should, of course, not be driving or operating machinery of any kind. Please pause the video until you're ready. Okay, I'd like you to close your eyes now and place your awareness on the inside of your body. Let's start in the head area. Just mentally observe that space within your head. Notice that it's not just empty space. There are feelings, energies, or sensations there. There might be sensations of pressure, constriction, fuzziness, cloudiness, solidity, aching. The possibilities are endless and will be unique to you. Now move your awareness down into your neck area, then into your body, the chest and abdomen area. Again, notice the sensations that are there. As an anxiety sufferer, I don't think you'll have any trouble finding internal sensations and feelings. I sometimes call them energies, for lack of a better term. They include emotions and aches and pains, but also more subtle sensations as well. While you probably already noticed many of these feelings within you as an anxiety sufferer, my guess is that you've been observing them with a feeling of fear, a desire to suppress or avoid them. And of course, that fear has been slowly adding to their strength. What I'd like you to do right now is just observe these sensations in your body with acceptance. Let them be there and just watch them. Do this for 15 seconds now. Okay, now for demonstration, I'd like you to choose one significant feeling inside your body that you find uncomfortable. It can be in your head area, in your body, or perhaps even an overall sensation. Just choose one energy sensation that you find relatively significant in your body. Then just observe that sensation directly. Don't try to change it or avoid it. Just let it be there while you watch it. Want to be with it, want to know it. Go through your fear and face this feeling directly. Know that there's nothing to fear. This feeling is yours. So want to be with it now. Okay, I'd now like you to think of one word that describes the overall physical characteristics of this sensation. I'm not talking about emotional words like anxiety, nervousness, sadness, or fear, but rather the physical description of the sensation. Examples of descriptive words for energies might be heaviness, tightness, aching, tingling, constriction, smooth energy, solid sphere, like a cloud. Just simple 1, 2, or 3 word descriptions of the physical feeling. And you don't need to be exact. Just quickly think of 1 or 2 descriptive words for the energy that you're now observing. Okay, let's suppose your word is constriction. I'd like you to repeat the following phrases to your energy, almost as if you're speaking to it. Your mental focus should be on the energy, and you're going to speak the following words inwardly to the energy. Hello, sensation. You're a feeling of constriction within me. I can handle you. I am with you right now. I can handle you. I now understand that trying to suppress and avoid you was causing you to grow. I am now listening to you fully. I no longer fear you. You are my energy. I want to know you. I accept you as you are. I let you be as you are. Hello, sensation. Okay, just take a few moments now and continue observing your sensation fully. Watch it without thinking about it or analyzing it. Just place your full observing awareness on it as if you're listening to the sensations that it radiates. Do this for 15 seconds now. Okay, you can go ahead and open your eyes. I know this exercise might seem a little bit weird at first, but realize that it's a means to an end, a tool really. Its purpose is to show you a new way of interacting with your own self. If you've been experiencing depersonalization, derealization, panic attacks, or any severe anxiety issue, my guess is that the way you've been approaching your internal sensations up to this point has been one of fear, suppression, or avoidance. And that's just been adding to the problem, adding anxiety on top of anxiety. Take some time to practice this exercise daily, maybe once or twice a day, especially when you're experiencing depersonalization. And it won't be long before you start to get back in touch with your inner world, then back in control of your outer world. And with that, the feelings of unreality in your outer world will simply dissolve. Now, I know I've made this whole process sound pretty simple. It's kind of a short video given the seriousness of the issue for most anxiety sufferers. But if you'd like to listen to a more thorough explanation and get some additional tips and insight, please listen to my free audio at mc2method.org. It's totally free and you don't need to sign up for anything. Again, that's mc2method.org. Once you're on the listening page, be sure to click the anxiety link for the correct audio. Thank you for watching.